Good evening and thank you for joining us, Jack. It's been kind of a rough summer for Slave Lake, obviously, with those fires, but there's been no end to the people that have been pitching in, and we have another example now with the AJHL.
Exactly. The AJHL stepped up big time. They're hosting a game out in Slave Lake with the funds going towards their minor hockey program. We have that story coming up in sports.
Look forward to that. Gerard, what are we looking forward to in the weather forecast?
Well, let's have a good look at it right about now because we got to 19 today and conditions that happened just at about 2 o'clock. 31% is that humidity. The wind gusts have been sticking around with us out of the south-southeast that are anywhere from 21 to 30 kilometers an hour. The UV index at 4 for the better part of the day with some cloud cover that will linger around. It's been a similar story across the region with the exception of the Battlefords. Had more of the blue skies and getting to 21. Thankfully, no frost warning is in the mix for later on this evening, but we'll talk about all those implications in our next installment.
RCMP are warning about a computer scam that's happened in the MD of Wainwright. People have been getting emails from what appears to be their financial institutions saying their bank cards are due to expire. The message also urges them to update their account information. Police say after entering the info required by the email, all funds in the account are removed within 20 minutes. The website appears to be legitimate and looks identical to a regular bank webpage. RCMP say social insurance numbers, driver's license numbers, passwords, and security questions should never be given over the phone or through the internet. If you're experiencing any type of phone or computer fraud, please call Phone Busters or Crime Stoppers. Today marks the first day of a long-awaited partnership between Onion Lake Energy and Fogo Energy Corp. After several years of negotiation, the two parties celebrated the joint venture by drilling their first oil well. Kathy Lee explains how the new development will benefit the people of Onion Lake Cree Nation in the long run.
Hard hats on and smiles all around. There was much to celebrate about the new partnership between Onion Lake Energy and Fogo Energy Corp.
A very special day because it means we're looking after the future of our children and our grandchildren, children yet unborn.
After witnessing government funding cutbacks during his 30 years of leadership, Chief Wallace Fox's vision has been to ensure the future of his people.
We're building up our resources in terms of human resource, training, employment, and to become self-sufficient.
With rights to an oil-rich land, an equal joint venture with Fogo seemed like the right steps towards that goal.
We have the resources, the mineral. Fogo Energy has the expertise and the capital, and through negotiations, we've determined that it's a good fit.
Approximately $10 to $15 million is projected to be invested over the next 6 months, and this well is just the first of many to be drilled.
We probably could drill anywhere from 30 to 70 wells here over the next 2.5 years. And of course then the production continues on for many years after that.
It's hoped the initiative taken by Onion Lake will inspire other nations to follow.
And also serves as a great model for other First Nations in Saskatchewan who are going into the oil industry or who are already there.
While securing jobs is priority for Chief Fox, the big picture is hoping they can be recognized as contributors to the country through their investments into mainstream society.
We hope to show the rest of the world that First Nations have always had the ability, and now by doing this we've demonstrated with this partnership that we can be in any field that we choose to be.
Kathy Lee, Newcap News.
The Society of Petroleum Engineers gathered in Lloydminster over the past 2 days to discuss future plans in the oil industry. The conference is a way to network and brainstorm new ideas.
It's largely, you get a lot of people together, you do your networking, you learn about technical topics, and again, we learn generally what's going on in the area.
A wide range of people come every year to the border city to listen to speakers and get involved in panel discussions. Bacon says the future is very bright.
I think the thermal projects around here are going to start becoming much more important. You're going to see a lot more of that. So those of you out there with a steam ticket, your third or fourth class, you're going to become very valuable in the next few years.
The symposium wrapped up this afternoon. A new study says more youth in Alberta have started smoking. According to Health Canada, the number of youth smoking jumped from 12 to 17%, while in most other provinces the numbers went down. As Whitney Stinson reports, activist groups are calling on the government to take immediate action.
It claims 3,000 lives in Alberta every year, but still break time outside the local high schools are full of smokers.
My mom bought them for me. always had smokes around the house because of my parents, I guess. I've always seen it and it looked tempting.
One of the reasons for the increase could be the price. Tobacco has become more affordable. It only takes 43.5 minutes of work to purchase the average pack of cigarettes. By comparison, it takes 71 minutes of labor in most other provinces.
As kids are starting to make more money in Alberta because of the job market that's available to them, they have the income to support tobacco use.
She's been lobbying the provincial government to put higher taxes on tobacco products to try to make them less available to the young market. A strategy these teens say may have an impact.
Quit, yeah. It's too expensive, yeah. It's expensive now.
I probably would quit completely.
Probably not, because, I don't know, kind of a habit.
In our region, chewing tobacco is the major rising number. An informal survey by the Canadian Cancer Society concluded that around 60% of minor hockey players in the region use it on a regular or occasional basis.
And that's happened because of the number of flavored tobacco products, spit tobacco products that are on the market now and being marketed directly to the youth.
Of course, the federal government has legislation against selling tobacco to minors, but the Canadian Cancer Society is calling on a ban on all flavored tobacco, saying that it's a gateway to a lifetime addiction.
It's just not as harsh, I guess, so that's why a lot of people smoke them.
These flavored cigarellos are a popular choice among teens. They come in all different flavors, enticing youth to find their favorite.
I'd have to say peach. Peach is my favorite because it's good.
The Cancer Society says tobacco products have become more available to youth, either over the internet or just in their local corner store. They're calling for stronger retail licensing qualifications in order to save the province from more health problems down the road.
But we have to be diligent at the community level, and the community needs to say to their MPs, we want this legislation and we want it now.
Whitney Stinson, Newcap News.